Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You look hot. What up, Juggernauts? We are going to work today. We're going to do some leaf cleanups. Rachel's looking hot as ever, and
You love it when I put on makeup.
I love when you put on makeup.
I
like it.
too. I feel better.
She's a good-looking woman, isn't she? I love when she smiles. She turns me on. Oh, let's get into some work. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is blow everything out away from the deck and off of the deck. There's a pool up there. We're going to get it off the cover. We're going to get it all into the yard so that we can actually work with it. And we're going to use the mower to mulch this up. That's how she likes it done. She wants it shred up and turned into dust. So there's a bunch of trees. We just shred it. That's the route we take with this one. Every job is a little bit different. Some jobs you haul it all away. Some jobs you're able to dump it in the woods somewhere. Some jobs you just mulch it into the lawn. Other jobs they want it put into their flower beds. They want to shred up and put in the flower beds. So really it all comes down to the client. Personally, I like vacuuming it up and hauling it away. It seems to be the easiest method for the large majority of my lawns. Having said that, this is not my typical type of yard. This is one of my yards, but for the most part, my typical type of yard is the smaller kind of cookie cutter lots inside my city, where they're 8 to 10,000 square foot. They got 1 or 2 trees. I'm able to use a similar method as this on the backyard, and then on the front yard, I will actually just push it all to the truck and vacuum it up. That's the method that I found to work for me. That's not to say that's the best method, just the best method for my company. Normally I shred these piles into oblivion. So same process you see here, only I just keep going in circles until, well, it doesn't clean up. That's why it's dead here. So when I leave, it actually looks like this. And that's actually what the customer wants. She wants me to do that. And then I actually leave the leaves in the bed by request. She wants me to do that, and then I do a big cleanup in the spring, and then I get it off the beds and everything else. But she likes me to leave it in the beds to insulate the plants she has. So I'm totally cool with that. Sometimes you cater to what the client wants. So if she wants me to make mulch piles and shred this into oblivion, okay, I'll do that. I'm totally cool with that. This over here hides better. Now when you're mulching and you've got leaves, see how good the mower cleans it up though? So you just go in circles, and then when you're done, it'll be dust. I'll show you that in a future video, but when you've got some grass, the leaf debris will actually hide in there pretty well. But since we've got the vacuum, let's go ahead and show you how it does, man. Alright, so I'm gonna have to let my customer know, because like I said, she normally likes me leaving this here. I'm gonna have to let her know, hey, I'm doing that, no extra charge. I know you normally don't like that, but I want to test my vacuum, okay? Really, I just want to show you guys. When you're going to use a leaf vac, or you're going to remove leaves from a property versus mulching. So the cool thing about mulching is you shred it up, you leave it. And like I said, when there's turf, like over on this other pile, like this, we can shred that up and you can leave it, and it really doesn't look like you did leave leaves. Versus over here, there's no grass for it to fall and settle and hide in. So when I leave it, it's gonna look like leaves. So it'll look like a big pile, only little pile. Anyways, my point being is that when you're gonna haul it away, one of the things you got to do is you got to get it from the back or in the middle of the yard or wherever to your setup and then into your setup. So there's a couple different methods. I mean, if you're very new, you might use trash cans and rakes and rake it in the trash can and haul it away, and that's heavy, man. Let's go ahead and get back to this. You're gonna see us tarp it, drag it up, and suck it up. The method I like using is tarps, and what I'll do is I'll lay down a tarp up against this pile on the side, and I'll rake it on, and oftentimes I'll shuffle my feet through. That's a pretty good method, just saying. Watch that and you'll notice when I shuffle my feet through, I'm able to push it with my body. Anyways, I get it all on there and then I haul it away. So drag it out. When the tarps get real heavy, which is gonna happen during leaf season, when they start getting wet and you start getting a bunch of them, and if you get a big tarp, you're gonna get some heavy piles. You're gonna use your mower if you can. You might have to manhandle it. You don't have a mower, a zero turn, or a walk behind or something, you might have to manhandle that tarp. So if you got to make a couple trips, do that. Don't kill your back, don't kill your legs. I mean, you get a hell of a leg workout during leaf season. Most of the time I manhandle tarps unless it's huge, and if I can't pull it, I'm like, huh, here we go, zero turn. Alright, so now's a good time to tell you, I'm teaching Rachel the ropes. She's never really done the leaf cleanups with me. She's been out on a few jobs, she's seen me do them, but you know, she's always had to watch Maddie. Now that Maddie's in school, she decided she wants to work with me a little more. So she's never done
on what you're doing.
Yeah, she wants to see it. So what I'm going to have her do, she has used the vacuum before, so I'm going to have her use the vacuum, and while she's doing that, I'm going to polish up the rest of the property.
Hardcore vacuum. I need that type of power in a vacuum in my house.
So here's one of the downsides of having a vacuum, and if you have one, you know about it. Your truck will get really dusty, really dirty, right? I mean, there's a lot there. And what you do about that is you either just drive off down the road, or you blow it off with the blower and then drive off down the road. Always have your windows up when you're using the loader, and always have your windows up when you first drive off, because even if you blow it off, you'll get dust that's stuck on the wipers and stuff, and it'll blow right into your window and right into your face. So we got a little bit of blowing off here and then we're done. This is actually way more work than I ever do at this property, for not much better results, to be honest. We just shred them up and leave them. And that's what she wants, and she's okay with that. And this is actually a really cool client. If you want to know the price, a lot of people are going to ask prices on leaf cleanup. What do? I charge $100 minimum, and then I charge $100 an hour. That's what I charge in my area. It might be different in your area, somewhere else's area. Your numbers aren't going to be the same as my numbers. You might be able to do it cheaper, you might have to be more expensive. It just all depends, okay? So don't take my numbers to heart, but that's what I charge. What do I charge on this one? $100 year round, mowing, edging, weed eating, blowing off, leaf season. The only time I charge more is there's a lot of flower beds, and I clean up the flower beds, which is actually what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to come in and cut all these down. Those are cosmos, that's amaranth, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Anyways, we're going to cut all the dormant stuff. We wait until it's dormant, so it looks ugly for like a week, but we cut all the dormant stuff down, and then it grows back next year. But that pays good, and I'm not going to tell you how much that is, and that's all you need to know about it. Alright, so it's all done, and this isn't what I would call a pristine cleanup at all. This is what I would call a bulk waste removal or a bulk leaf cleanup. That's generally what I call a leaf mulching, because it's not going to be a pristine cleanup. You're going to have leaves left here and there, but if I blow them all out and suck them up, it's going to cost her significantly more. When I'm mulching this with the big mower, it's faster because it's a big mower. If I was doing this push mower, it would cost a lot more, but or it would take a lot more time, and not necessarily cost more, because you can't charge the client more because of your inefficiencies. It would significantly take more time. When I'm shredding them up, you know, I mean, it looks decent. There's still some leaves on the ground, and that's okay. There's a lot of leaves in the bed, and that's what I'm talking about. It's a bulk waste removal of everything on the lawn. It's not the bed. There's only 2 actually that I do this on, and it's because they have a massive amount of trees. And I'll just show you real quick in case you didn't catch it. There are inside the yard probably 8 big trees. 8. You got 1 up there. You got all these big trees back here, and then behind the property you got all these trees too. And when it's blowing in, all those come into this yard. So the lawn doesn't look gorgeous by any means, but it's just getting them cleaned up. And normally what I do is just mulch them back here. I don't haul them away. So what am I doing? I'm taking them from 3-foot high leaves or 4-foot high leaves down to 3 or 4 inches. So I'm not kidding. This, if you imagine it like this spot here, all the way over here, you can't see the ground. It's a crazy amount of leaves, and it'll be like 3 or 4 inches thick. That's what the client wants, and you give the client what they want. I'm okay with not hauling all these leaves out of here. These are big oaks, man, huge oaks. Well, that one's little, but this one's big, and all those over there are big, and all these above the neighbor's yard, halfway on this yard, are big. The leaves are cleaned up, it's more economical, and it's just good. It's a good deal for her, it's a good deal for me. I keep coming year round, and she's a real good client. So if you end up watching this, I appreciate you. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. You're watching the Lawn Care Juggernaut. Please like and subscribe. If you love it, give it a share. I'm out.